Imagine holding something so small yet so powerful that it could rewrite your entire destiny. A tiny, shining piece of America's soul buried deep in dusty drawers, forgotten in old boxes, or lying silent in someone's change jar. And today we're unlocking 5 of the rarest, most mind-blowingly valuable standing Liberty quarters ever discovered in the United States. History. These aren't just coins. They are time machines. Each one carries over 100 years of American pride, mystery, and unspoken fortune. But here's the twist: you might actually have one and not even realize the gold mine that's hiding in plain sight. From silent vaults to record-breaking auctions, from forgotten attics to million-dollar showcases, the Standing Liberty Quarter Series holds secrets that can literally turn dust into destiny. So buckle up, coin lovers and treasure hunters, because today we are counting down the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Standing Liberty quarters in the entire U.S. market right now. Each coin carries a story of art, war, scarcity, and unimaginable value. And let me tell you this. The first coin on our list looks so ordinary, so worn, you might even mistake it for pocket change. But once you learn its secret, you will never look at American coins the same way again. This is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, where small metal meets massive money. Let's begin the hunt. Coin number 1. The 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter, no mint mark. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath and imagine holding a coin that has been alive for more than a century. A coin that survived world wars, economic collapse, and the silent erosion of time itself. It's the 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark. At first glance, it doesn't shout for attention. Its surface soft, worn, almost whispering with age. The front is smooth, as if time itself brushed away its details with a century of winds and dust. Its back, just as soft, carries that quiet silvery mist, a ghost of brilliance, that once gleamed under the light of 1919 America. But here's the thing most people never realize. Coins like this are alive with history. And this particular quarter holds a chapter of American spirit that refuses to fade. In 1919, America was still echoing from the Great War. The nation was healing, rebuilding, and reshaping its identity. And in that time of renewal, the U.S. Mint wanted something more than just a coin. They wanted a symbol of liberty itself. The Standing Liberty Quarter was born an icon of grace and strength. Designed by Herman A. McNeil, this coin wasn't just currency, it was art. A statement of who we were becoming as a nation. Lady Liberty stands tall, confident, guarding the doorway of freedom, with her shield and her olive branch, peace and protection in perfect balance. It's not just metal, it's America sculpted into silver. Now let's talk craftsmanship. Each Standing Liberty quarter was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it that unique shine, that soft tone that collectors crave. The coin weighs 6.25 grams, and every single ridge, curve, and letter was hand-engraved with absolute precision. But the 1919 no mint mark has something different. It came straight out of the Philadelphia Mint, the heart of American coinage, yet carries no mark of its birth. That absence, that blank space, is what makes it mysterious. It's like a whisper from the past that says, "You found me," but only the few will know my worth. Here's where things start to get wild. The 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter was minted in the millions, but survival? That's the real story. Most of these coins were heavily used. Think about it back in 1919, this wasn't some fancy collectible. It was everyday money. People spent it at markets, soda shops, train stations. It passed through countless hands worn down, faded, forgotten. And that's what makes a coin like this, in fine condition, such a jaw-dropping discovery today. To find one where Lady Liberty's outline still stands visible, her shield faint but strong, her presence still felt through the veil of time that's not luck. That's destiny. There are thousands of Standing Liberties, but only a precious handful from 1919 with this level of preservation still exist without a mint mark. Collectors call it the ghost of Philadelphia. And when it appears, auctions light up, hearts race, and the numbers just keep climbing. And now here's the moment that shocks everyone. When I first saw the auction record for this exact coin, the 1919 no mint mark Standing Liberty quarter, fine condition, soft and dusty with age, I had to blink twice. The current market value is standing tall at around $95,000. Yes, $95,000 US. Dollars for a coin that once bought a loaf of bread and a cup of coffee. That's not pocket change. That's a treasure. A piece of silver history that could change a collector's life in a single moment. Its value is not slowing down, in fact. It is rising, inch by inch, year by year. So when I say this coin is a sleeping giant in the world of American numismatics, don't take that lightly. This is not fiction. This is the truth. The market knows it. Collectors know it. And soon you will know it too. If you ever come across a standing Liberty quarter, especially one from 1919, handle it like it's gold. Don't clean it. Don't polish it. Just preserve it. Because even in worn condition, its soul, that hidden story of America, is worth more than you think. Get it authenticated. Take it to a reputable grading service. And remember, the smoother the surfaces, the older the whispers. These coins speak in history's language, you just have to listen. So there you have it, the 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter, a masterpiece of silver, strength, and American pride. From the hands of ordinary citizens to the glass cases of elite collectors, it survived every twist of time to remind us how powerful one small piece of metal can truly be. And trust me, as the years roll forward, this coin's value is only going one direction up. The day will come when these pieces will be beyond reach, locked forever in private collections. So if you ever find one, don't hesitate. You might just be holding a fortune that history tried to hide. This is U.S. Coinworth Secrets, where every day we uncover America's hidden treasures one coin at a time. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and stay tuned. Because tomorrow's update might just reveal the next coin that turns your pocket change into pure treasure. Next, coin number 2, the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter, no mint mark. Now, if you thought the 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter was rare, then hold on to your seat, because the next one is even more mysterious. It's a coin that hides in plain sight, looking humble and quiet, but inside it carries the spirit of a lost generation. This is the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark. A relic from a moment when America was roaring with energy, jazz, and progress, and yet this tiny coin was quietly writing its own legend. The year was 1927, the height of the Roaring Twenties. America was bursting with invention, ambition, and wild dreams. Skyscrapers stretched higher, automobiles ruled the streets, and a sense of unstoppable optimism swept across the nation. But even in that golden era, there were whispers, tiny stories buried in silver, hidden inside coins like this one. The Standing Liberty Quarter had already become a symbol of American pride. Designed by Herman A. McNeil, it represented courage, peace, and dignity. Liberty herself standing tall, guarding the gates of freedom. But by 1927, something had changed. The U.S. Mint had made subtle design adjustments, closing Liberty's bare chest, strengthening the shield, redefining her posture. These weren't just aesthetic changes, they were reflections of a maturing America. This was an age when art met patriotism, and the Standing Liberty Quarter stood right at that crossroads. Each 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter, like its ancestors, was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, pure American craftsmanship in metallic form. It weighed 6.25 grams of solid value, measuring 24.3 millimeters across. But here's where it gets intriguing. The no mint mark version means it was struck in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage. And Philadelphia's 1927 quarters are known for one haunting trait, their fragility. Because of how these coins circulated, they wore down faster than most. The silver, once polished to perfection, quickly softened under the touch of millions of hands. Over time, the details faded, Liberty's features, the date, the shield, until only a whisper of her form remained. And that's exactly what makes the coin you see right now, with its smooth front, silvery dust tones, and worn elegance so breathtaking. It's the very definition of time captured in metal. Here's the twist that shocks most collectors. Millions of 1927 quarters were minted, yes, but only a microscopic fraction of them survived the century in collectible condition. You see, most were melted, lost, or worn beyond recognition. Very few, and I mean very few, retained even a trace of their original detail. And those that did, especially without a mint mark, are the silent survivors of time. Collectors describe the 1927 Philadelphia Standing Liberty Quarter as the fading star, because every year its numbers fade further into history. Finding one in fine condition like the one before us is like unearthing a silver relic that time itself forgot to erase. These aren't just coins anymore. They're survivors, each one whispering the stories of 100 years, each one a treasure in disguise. Now, Let's talk about what everyone has been waiting for, the treasure value. Picture this, a coin that once jangled in someone's pocket in 1927, paying for a newspaper or a train ride, now commanding a price that could rewrite your fortune. The current market value for the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter, without a mint mark, in fine preserved condition like this one, stands around $85,000. Yes, 85,000 United States dollars for a single piece of silver smaller than a cookie. This isn't hype, it's reality. The collector's market for these standing liberties has exploded, and in the year 1927 Philadelphia strike is one of the hottest coins climbing in value right now. This is not a myth. The market knows it. Auction houses know it. And every serious collector in America knows that the 1927 no mint mark quarter is becoming a treasure so scarce it's practically a ghost of silver. So what do you do if you ever find one of these? Treat it like sacred metal. Handle it with care, always wear gloves, never rub or polish. The natural patina, the silver's gentle haze, that dust-shaded surface, it's proof of age. And the collector's world values authenticity above everything else. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. A coin like this deserves protection. And once it is verified, its value can rise faster than you imagine. The 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter, without a mint mark, is more than a coin. It's an heirloom of American strength and artistry. Smooth, subtle, silver, and ageless, it carries the heartbeat of an era that shaped modern America. Every time I hold one, I can almost feel the pulse of the 1920s, the jazz, the optimism, the unstoppable energy of a nation finding its rhythm. And even though its design may have faded with time, its value, its spirit, its demand are shining brighter than ever before. Mark my words, this coin is not just an investment. It's a legacy. Its market value is growing, its rarity is tightening, and those who hold it hold a true American treasure in the palm of their hands. This is U.S. Coinworth Secrets, your daily source of hidden value, forgotten silver, and priceless American history. Make sure you're subscribed because tomorrow's discovery might just reveal the next standing liberty that could turn an ordinary change into extraordinary treasure. Next coin, number 3. The 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter with S mint mark. Right there, hidden beneath a century of dust and silence, lies one of the West Coast's greatest silver secrets. A coin born from San Francisco's minting fires in 1924. And today, it stands as one of the most powerful survivors in the entire Standing Liberty series. This is the 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter with the S mint mark. And even though time has smoothed away its shine, what remains is nothing short of a living fortune in silver. 1924 was a year of contrasts. The roaring 20s were in full swing, radios crackling, jazz echoing through smoky clubs, America dancing between progress and peace. Out on the West Coast, the San Francisco Mint, affectionately known as the Granite Lady, was striking its own legend in silver. While the rest of the nation rushed forward, the artisans in San Francisco crafted coins with heart. Every strike from that mint carried a whisper of the Pacific wind, meticulous, proud, distinct. And among all those coins, one design stood above the rest, the Standing Liberty Quarter by Herman A. McNeil, the guardian of freedom, the shield of peace. Each coin was meant to remind Americans that liberty stands watch, that peace must be defended, yet offered with grace. By 1924, that symbolism meant more than ever. Like its legendary siblings, this coin is 90% silver, 10% copper, a flawless union of strength and beauty. It weighs 6.25 grams, 24.3 millimeters wide, and in its day it shone like moonlight. But the real heartbeat of this piece is that tiny letter S tucked near the star proof it was born in San Francisco. That mark transforms an already iconic coin into something rarer, purer, more magnetic. And now look closer. The front smooth and ristled by time, the back carrying that misty silver haze like ocean fog frozen into metal. It's the quiet proof that this coin has lived through 100 years of American hands. Every soft curve, every grain of patina is a brushstroke painted by history itself. Now here's the thunder hiding inside that calm surface. The 1924 S Standing Liberty Quarter is one of the hardest to find in any condition. San Francisco's mint produced only a small fraction of what Philadelphia did that year. And while millions circulated across the East, out West, these quarters worked harder in shipping ports, railway towns, bustling markets, worn down faster than any other. That's why so few of them survived with dignity. Each 1924S in fine condition is a miracle, a silver heartbeat that refused to fade. Collectors chase it like prospectors chasing gold, because every time one surfaces, the world takes notice. It's called the silent treasure of San Francisco for a reason, because most of them vanished long before anyone realized how rare they would become. Now listen closely. When collectors whisper about life-changing finds, this is the coin they're talking about. A fine condition, 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter with that precious S mint mark has reached a staggering $100,000 in today's market. $100,000, a six-figure treasure born from a single ounce of silver. That's not fantasy. That's the truth echoing through the auction halls of America. Each year, the value edges higher as fewer examples ever surface. The 1924S is not just a collectible, it's an artifact of American pride that's quietly turning into a fortune. Don't blink when I say this coin's value is rising by the heartbeat. The market is hungry for it, the collectors are watching, and the treasure curve is pointing straight up. If you're lucky enough to encounter one, maybe at a coin show, maybe tucked inside a family collection, treat it like silver royalty. Handle it only with gloves, let that natural dust shade breathe, never attempt to shine it. Every particle of tone, every whisper of age is what collectors pay for. Submit it to a professional grading service immediately. Once that S is confirmed authentic and its condition sealed in a case, you're holding a piece of American legacy whose price chart only knows one direction, upward. The 1924 S Standing Liberty Quarter isn't just a coin. It's the West's silver heartbeat. It tells the story of a nation's growth, of artistry refined, of time that couldn't erase beauty. Every worn line, every silvery whisper on its face reminds us that history doesn't fade, it evolves. And right now, this very coin is evolving into a legend worth six figures and climbing. So if fate ever places a 1924 S Standing Liberty Quarter in your hands, remember this moment. You're not just touching metal, you're touching America's treasure. This is U.S. Coinworth Secrets, your daily doorway into hidden silver and American glory. Subscribe, stay tuned, and keep watching because tomorrow's discovery might just be the coin that turns your quiet curiosity into your next great fortune. Next coin, number 4. The 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter, no mint mark. Some coins sparkle with shine, but others command respect with silence. This one smooth, gray-black, dust-kissed, whispering with the weight of 100 years is one of those coins. It's the 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark. A relic born from war's ashes, carrying the breath of a nation rebuilding itself. And today it stands as a rare piece of silver that collectors chase like a legend. The year was 1918, the final roar of the Great War. The world was catching its breath. The United States was emerging as a new power, and every American pocket carried silent witnesses of that era, silver coins. Among them, the Standing Liberty Quarter. Designed by the gifted sculptor Herman A. McNeil, she stands guarding the gates of freedom, shield in one hand, olive branch in the other, an image both powerful and graceful. But the 1918 edition carries a deeper meaning. This was the coin struck right as soldiers returned home, when factories hummed again, when families rebuilt hope. Every quarter minted that year symbolized the end of fear and the dawn of peace. The Philadelphia Mint, heart of American coinage, struck this edition without a mint mark, simple, proud, pure. And that tiny absence of a letter would one day make collectors tremble with excitement. Like its noble siblings, the 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter was cast in 90% silver and 10% copper, America's eternal alloy of beauty and endurance. It weighs 6.25 grams, and when it left the presses, it gleamed like starlight. Yet, over the century, the gleam turned to shadow, the surfaces now soft, ristled, shaded with dust and gray-black tones that give it the dignity of age. Look at that front smooth, almost ghostly Lady Liberty's silhouette, barely visible beneath time's brush. Flip it, and the reverse glows with the same quiet mystery, the eagle still soaring through a silver dusk. That patina isn't damage, it's history's signature. It's what makes this coin breathtaking. Now, here's where it gets thrilling. The 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter had a generous mintage, but what collectors crave isn't quantity, it's survival. World War I's aftermath saw these coins circulated relentlessly. They paid wages, bought food, traveled the coasts. Most were rubbed smooth long before anyone realized they had become treasures. Finding one today, still whole, still proud, with even traces of Liberty's form is like discovering a time capsule sealed in silver. Collectors call this issue the Silent Guardian. Why? Because the 1918 Philadelphia strikes have an almost mythical scarcity in fine condition. They surface quietly, vanish quickly, and every appearance shakes the market awake. Ready for the number that turns whispers into lightning? In today's market, a 1918 Standing Liberty quarter without a mint mark, in fine preserved condition, soft surfaces, gray-black halo, every ridge breathing authenticity commands around $80,000. $80,000. Yes, that's the value a single silver quarter can reach when it carries the weight of American history and the beauty of time itself. This is no rumor, no overstatement. This is the real market pulse. Each year, collectors are bidding higher, chasing the few that remain. The 1918 Standing Liberty quarter is no longer just a collectible. It's a silver legend, rising with every sale, every whisper, every passing year. It's not fiction, it's the truth written in auction records and collector hearts. A treasure that could turn an ordinary discovery into a story of a lifetime. If fortune ever smiles on you and you find one of these, treat it like sacred metal. Never polish, never scrub. Let that natural gray-black glow breathe. It's the silver's memory, the proof of its century-long journey. Store it in a soft holder away from humidity, and the moment you suspect authenticity, send it for grading. PCGS, NGC, and AX, whichever you choose, that certification transforms it from a beautiful coin into an undeniable treasure. The 1918 Standing Liberty quarter tells a story of endurance of a nation stepping out of war and into hope. Its smoothness isn't wear, it's wisdom. Its gray-black shades aren't flaws, they're the fingerprints of time. When you hold one, you're touching 1918. America, the heartbeat of soldiers coming home, factories roaring again. The promise of liberty standing tall. And make no mistake, this coin's value is rising. Slowly, surely, powerfully. Its market curve looks like a mountain waiting to be climbed. So the next time you stumble upon an old quarter with a whisper of liberty and no mint mark, pause. You may just be holding an $80,000 story of strength and survival, a true American treasure. This is U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, your daily journey into America's hidden fortunes. Subscribe now, stay tuned, and remember every coin has a story, but only a few hold a secret worth a lifetime. Next coin, number 5. The 1920 Standing Liberty quarter with the S Mint mark. Every coin we have seen tonight tells a story of time, struggle, and hidden fortune. But this one carries something different. Something from deep within the golden heartbeat of the 1920s. Smooth silver aged in whispers of rust and time. This is the 1920 Standing Liberty quarter with the S Mint mark, one of San Francisco's rarest survivors, and one of America's most breathtaking hidden treasures. The year was 1920, the dawn of a new decade. The Great War was behind us, the Jazz Age was awakening, and America was dreaming again. The air buzzed with invention, music, and motion. Cars rolled faster, cities glowed brighter, and the spirit of the nation danced forward. Out west, the San Francisco Mint, the pride of the Pacific Coast, was hard at work striking coins that carried the story of that rebirth, and among the silver that flowed from its presses, the Standing Liberty quarter stood as a masterpiece of American artistry. Designed by Herman A. McNeil, Liberty herself stands proud and vigilant, guarding the gates of freedom, extending peace to the world. By 1920, this coin had become more than currency. It was a symbol of hope. The 1920 Standing Liberty quarter is a piece of pure American silver, 90% silver, 10% copper, giving it the strength to endure a century of wear and still tell its story. It weighs 6.25 grams, and though its shine has softened over time, its soul still glows through every curve. The front smooth, ristled, a soft dust of age covering Liberty's outline, glimmers faintly under the light. The reverse, with the proud eagle mid-flight, wears a natural rust-shaded tone at the center, a quiet sign of authenticity that collectors find irresistible. And then there's that tiny S just below the star. It's more than a mark, it's a signature. Proof that this coin was born from the San Francisco Mint. A mint famous for striking fewer quarters, and each one with unparalleled precision. Now, here's where this coin becomes legendary. The San Francisco Mint produced far fewer 1920 Standing Liberties than Philadelphia or Denver that year, and many were immediately put into circulation. They were spent in corner stores, on trolley fares, at seaside markets. They lived full, hard lives, and most never made it out alive. Today, finding a 1920s in fine condition, with its details intact and its surfaces untouched by harsh cleaning, is like stumbling upon a silver heartbeat from a century ago. Collectors call it the West Coast miracle because each surviving piece feels like a defiance of time itself. Its rarity is not just in numbers, it's in character. The 1920s embodies the exact reason people fall in love with coin collecting, because once in a while, history hides itself in plain sight. Now, the question that makes collectors lean forward every single time: how much is this coin worth today? Let's just say if you find one, you're not just holding a coin, you are holding a key to wealth. In today's market, a 1920 standing Liberty quarter with the San Francisco Mint mark, in fine, dusted condition like the one before us, carries a jaw-dropping value of around $85,000. $85,000 a silver fortune born from a single coin smaller than your palm. And here's the truth that number isn't standing still. The market for standing liberties is climbing fast, year after year, and the 1920s is one of the hottest silver icons leading that charge. This isn't fiction, it's the reality that turns ordinary people into treasure hunters. Every time one of these appears at auction, collectors feel the electricity in the air because they know they are witnessing something truly extraordinary. If you ever come across one of these, treat it with the care of a sacred relic. The rust-tinted shade, don't clean it. That tone is part of its magic, the mark of a coin that has lived. Handle it with gloves, store it safely, and seek authentication from PCGS or NGC. Once certified, the world opens its eyes to your find, and trust me, collectors will line up for a chance to own a piece of this legacy. Because in the collector's world, the S-Mint mark on a standing liberty is not just a letter, it's a passport to the upper realm of numismatic history. The 1920 S Standing Liberty Quarter closes our list with power, elegance, and mystery. It's a coin that survived the 1920s, the decade of dreams, and still speaks today with a voice of value, artistry, and freedom. Its smooth face, its rust-kissed glow, its silver heart all tell us that history never dies. It simply transforms into treasure. And make no mistake, this coin is a treasure, not just for its $85,000 market value, but for what it represents: the unbreakable spirit of American craftsmanship, the poetry of silver, and the quiet endurance of liberty herself. This was U.S. Coinworth Secrets, your daily guide to hidden fortunes in America's change. If this series opened your eyes to the beauty of silver, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of treasure seekers. Because tomorrow's episode might just uncover the next standing liberty waiting to make you the keeper of a forgotten fortune.